Inside 6 Yards is proudly supported by 1951 Goalkeeper Coaching.
For more information, you can visit their website at 1951goalkeepercoaching.com.au.
Or you can find them on Facebook
Or Instagram.
at 1951 Goalkeeper Coaching.
Links are in the description below.
Hey everyone, welcome again to yet another Inside episode, or another episode of Inside 6 Yards. What I was trying to get at was this is, I guess, a roundup of the year and the events of everything that's happened just recently. Yeah. I'm your host, Yatesy, and with me, as always, it puts health with me, is my co-host,
Mr. Tommygun.
Yes, look, it's been a long, windy road. Many, many bumps and hurdles, just like I had at the start of that intro. Which don't edit, just let it run.
The intro just summarizes what the last few weeks have been like. It's just
I agree.
It's been nuts. But apologies to all the listeners that have been waitingly, patiently for a new episode. We've just had a few weeks out. Post goalkeeper battle, just to get a few things sorted. Yatesy moving house, all that. And anybody that's ever moved house ever understands what you're going through, and it's not fun.
Yeah. You know, the worst thing is, like, I've got moving house. I had a TV, right, that I had in my bedroom, and now I've given it to my daughter, put it in my daughter's room.
Oh, that's nice.
I can't find the damn control. And I thought I put it in a bag, and I've looked everywhere around the house, and I just can't find it.
Oh, no.
And it's a smart TV, so I can't, like, you probably could download an app for it or whatever, but
yeah,
I could get another thing. But I want to find this control.
Yeah, I know. It gets to a mission where you're like, I gotta find that goddamn remote.
Because the thing is, I can watch binge on it, you see. So that's why I kind of want to find it, because, yeah, that's another story.
But there's you can also get like universal remotes and stuff. But it's not the same.
It's just not the same.
Not the same. You got your smart TV, your smart remote.
Yeah, no, I'm just not smart enough to use it.
just the user's not smart enough
to
use it.
Yeah, have it backwards, upside down. I don't know what's going on.
Oh god.
Anyway, so we've dusted our knees and our shoulders off, and we've washed our t-shirts, and we've hung them out for the goalkeeper battles. And
yes,
we have the winner of the goalkeeper battles sitting next to me. Well, we have two winners in the room, I should say.
We now have two goalkeeper battle winners as the hosts of Inside 6 Yards, which is awesome. Now, we've been in every single one. So,
we've been every single one. Only play each other once. Yeah. And what was the result?
A draw.
It was a draw. It was a naughty words draw.
It was such a bad draw.
There was many goals.
The downside to it was there's no way I should have drawn that. You should have beat me.
I think the thing in the video, there's probably two or three Christmas shots.
I think we might even have to pull it out and react to it, even if we have to do that. But literally,
I don't really want to watch it again.
It's literally Yatesy scoring goals, and you unfortunately just make a couple of wrong decisions with a few saves. Just wrong execution, right idea, wrong execution.
Schoolboy errors, I call it. Simple errors. Yeah,
and unfortunately, they just cost you a few simple goals, and that come back to cost you.
I think it was two. I saw two mistakes.
I remember. Yeah, there was two goals that have come basically straight at you, and you should have dealt with.
Isn't that a story? Well, that story is me as a goalkeeper, and probably other goalkeepers out there. It's that simple, everyday,
correct, and
everyday save.
They're the ones that will screw you up, because if you make the miraculous save and the save that nobody expects you to make, brilliant. But if you can't make that textbook save that everyone needs you to make, it puts your writing on the wall, and that's kind of the difference between the great goalkeepers and the good and the average to good goalkeepers, because they'll make the brilliant saves, and they'll make them stock standard saves 99.99% of the time.
So I look, and I can't blame condition, because I thought the conditions were perfect.
I love the conditions. It was rainy. It was wet.
I'd say it's drizzling for most of it. It was a constant. It was like going to Melbourne. Yeah,
for sure.
Melbourne in the summertime, it just rained.
It wasn't like pouring down, and the grass was always wet.
Yeah,
the balls weren't that heavy. They weren't like soaked.
No.
So there wasn't, you didn't feel like you're kicking a brick like sometimes when you do, and you're like, oh my God, this ball is like. So we didn't have any of them.
Skimmed off the ground a bit as well, which is good.
And it was interesting, like, to see how different things worked. Like, I found things working for me that never worked before. Like throwing. Throwing has always been a weapon that some people can use it, but I've never been able to. And I found, I don't know, I just maybe found my spot. Yeah. On a few times for a few people, and I literally just could find the side netting. And if you pick your throw at a decent pace, nobody's saving.
Well, that's it. And especially if you can hit those targets. And yes, it is a little bit slower than a kick, but it's still a bit hard to judge. It's a
lot more accurate. Yeah. A lot more accurate, for sure. But no, that was one of the biggest goalkeeper battles we've seen, really. That was amazing.
Can we can you pull up that photo? Can you just
what? Oh, the original one?
Put up the very first photo. Can you do that for us, Tommy?
Give me a sec. So
just for this
one.
Yeah, so for the people that are listening on a podcast, we've actually got the photo of the very, very first Perth goalkeeper battles. And I'm just doing a quick count. I need to use my thumbs and my fingers.
There's not many.
My toes. Oh, so this 3, 6. That's probably about, what, 30, 40 keepers there?
Yeah, about 40.
40?
Yeah, about 30, 40.
Take out the two at the front because they're not playing. Because Stu did play for a little bit.
Yeah, he did. But and that's the original crew that did it. And there's only a handful of them that have been through all three. Yeah. Me and you included. We've been through all three.
Cam as well.
I know Cam's been through all three. I know a few of the youngsters have as well.
Yeah, I do know the one of the Masters keepers at Kelmscott. He's pretty much directly in the middle next to Brendan there.
Yes.
He's been in all three
as well. Yeah. And so there's a lot, and there was a lot of good talent there as well. A lot of good talent at that one.
But I look at that photo, Tommy, and I see everyone can fit inside a full-size goal.
Yes. And when it takes you back to the latest,
let's go to the second one first.
Let's go to the second one.
Right, so this is the second one. So the following year.
So let's go.
I don't know if you'll be able to see us with what shirts we're wearing on, but we can just see heads.
Let's have a look here. There we go.
So you can't see us. We're all camouflage.
Yeah. There's just a goal.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a lot more people at this one. And this is where we stepped up the game. And this was when Jason Soldaris won the men's. Yeah. And it was a NPL keeper final with Cyril Sharrock also entering in the final.
And look at that. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 rows there.
Yeah.
And just spilling outside of a goal.
Yeah. So pretty much filling
a goal.
Yeah. Filling up, which is really good.
And then we go to this year's one.
Let's go to this year's one. And
look at that.
Bam.
That's massive.
And when the photographer, Annie, Placer, when she was taking this, it was super fantastic.
She was on the road, wasn't she?
She had to keep going further back, just so she could get everybody in. So she was pretty much like off the ground.
Yeah. So if you know Fremantle City's home ground there, so as you can see, the photos facing the canteen bar area there. Yeah. So what we were looking at in the photo, they've got that side fence there. She actually had to jump over the fence and walk up that slight hill so she could get it. She couldn't be bothered going back getting her lens.
That's nuts.
It's a great photo.
It's an amazing, and look at them two sexy guys lying down at the front.
Great pose. I've given them a thumbs up.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
One question is though, Tommy.
Yes.
Our top right. There's the guy you played in the final. What the heck is he doing? He looks like he's trying to be a blowfish. Look at his gloves. They're above his ear. Is he trying to like... Is he...
I don't even think I can zoom in on this, can I?
It's actually quite... This is why I love looking at photos, because you got some kids at the front, they were laughing together, and they're next to Stu, like on the right-hand side. A couple of kids are looking down. I think they're looking at my glorious top knot. I don't know. Like it's
brilliant.
Great.
But if you want to see more photos of the battle, you just head to the Perth Goalkeeper Battle page, and there's lots of amazing photos of all kids enjoying the goalkeeper
Yes.
battle.
And if you want to purchase some of them,
Yes, you can hit up Annie Green at AG Photography, or you can hit up Ryan. What is his? Ryan something photography? I can't even remember.
it'll be all on the page there.
Yeah.
Apologies, Ryan.
Yeah, sorry
for your
about
last name, mate. You're just so fantabulous. We just remembered your first name. You're great. You know what? It was a really. I thought that whole day.
Yeah.
Take out of the contents of us playing. I just thought the whole day ran so well. It was so good. It's great to be involved.
Oh, I absolutely loved everything to do with the day. We were so busy all day. We were so busy, like we were, playing or running around, getting interviews. It was such a busy day, but we absolutely loved it. And sorry, we've just got the ticket here. So
Is that Miller?
So it's Ryan Miller Photography,
There we go.
and the link is RM Sports Photography. So sorry, Ryan, that we didn't remember that, mate. But we will put links to both Annie's and Ryan's photography in the description below. So if you want to hit them up, by all means, hit their pages up, and we'll get that all sorted for you as well.
Yeah. Some good photos there.
Oh man, some awesome photos, and I absolutely had a ball, and I genuinely, like we said in our videos before, I didn't think I had any chance of winning it. This was the biggest battle that we've done, that we've been part of, the most goalkeepers. So it was very, very different. But I think the rule changes were nice. The weather was good. And to be fair, I just played well. I just seemed to crawl my way back into these games that I would probably have never won. Like even the quarterfinal, I was 2-0 down, and I didn't think I was going to lose. It's weird when you're losing and you think, oh, I'm not going to lose this, and you don't.
Yeah.
So it's very weird, but that's awesome.
I think that's a good mentality to have, is that you're never going to lose, or that when I was in the final of the first one, I was actually down a goal.
Yeah.
And I clawed back the goal and took it to penalties. But it's that never die.
Yeah,
Just
and
keep fighting, keep
that
fighting.
Keeper attitude, mate. That keeper attitude serves everyone well. But just like some good photos of you, mate. Some good photos of you. But yeah, that big photos. Oh my! Can we just react to this? Can we just have a look at this? So for all the viewers at home that are listening to this,
you're lucky you can't see it.
You're very lucky you can't see it. But if you want to see it, you can go to our YouTube channel which has changed now.
Yes.
So just for everyone that probably hasn't been involved in that change, we've actually changed the name of the channel from Tommygun GK, which was something that I made a few years ago, into Inside 6 Yards. So now the whole brand of Inside 6 Yards is complete. The YouTube channel is called Inside 6 Yards. So everything that we do is mine and Yeatesy's creation. So it's not Tommygun GK anymore. Sad face.
Yeah.
But yeah, have a look at this. So I'm just showing you a post. And this was me receiving my trophy. Do you want to?
Okay. So this is my thought process. So I'm looking at this photo.
Yeah.
One, there's a sense of confusion.
Yeah.
On what the heck's going on? What is this silver thing? And surprised that Yatesy didn't break this one. Yeah. Which is a story for another day.
Yes.
And then there's a kind of a look of a mad scientist, like he's created something and hasn't realized it's very, very good, but then he slightly does. Like you look slightly homeless, like someone's removing your trolley with all your personal belongings in. It's a weird and
it looks like I've almost tried to pour a drink into this trophy and try to drink it, but then realized that
it's not water.
It's not. Well, the fluid just kind of like leaked out of the trophy, and I'm going, oh.
It's like someone's asked you a math question. You're just like, what the heck are you on about?
I can't even remember what was said here, but it was something about. I don't even remember. There was something that was said, and I remember saying, I don't drink or something. I'm an athlete. And then I rolled my eyes, and she took the photo at that perfect moment.
It is a good photo.
And she's timed it bang on. So Annie Green, big shout out. I hate you.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, and I hate Stu even more for posting it up and saying, sorry, Tommy Gun, could not resist, but you're a winner. You need to grin more.
Yeah, well, obviously by that face. We even made it on the meme page.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I sent you the link to that as
Yeah.
well. I need to see if I can find this now because now.
So it was another photo from our goalkeeper battles this year.
Okay.
And it was pretty much after Tommy and our game on the battle. So we're both giving each other a bit of a
Is this the
talking
one that I
afterwards.
posted as well?
Yeah, I think it was just us. Like you, well, not sure if it was had the Annie still green marked it.
Okay, yeah.
There was one of them where we've I think you've put it up. I think you've showed me at first, and then we both liked it.
Okay, let's see if I can find it. I'm on Zoom.
Oh
Wow.
go.
That's
Waterloo.
That's a
Waterloo. Sorry.
Waterloo. Oh, I don't think. Hopefully, I don't get playwrighted, copyrighted.
That's all right.
Let's.
What's Liam GK doing? Doing some tricks? Is he motorbike tricks? Is he?
Shout out to Liam GK, one of our fans.
Yeah, doing some.
And he won. His age group for the goalkeeper battle as well.
Very well. Actually.
He did
It was
really
quite
well.
enjoyable
And
to
I
watch
think, mate, do you know what? He had a top knot as well.
He did.
And I think
Go to top knot.
I think
glorious
he.
top knot.
I think he grew a top knot just to be like one of his idols, which was Mr. Yatesy. So there you go.
Well, hopefully it doesn't affect his
Don't
life.
you love that though? Like, come on, that's awesome.
It is, but I kind of feel. I hope if he gets grief, tell him to come see me.
Yeah.
I'll sort him out.
Okay, so let's have a look here.
Oh, that's one of Ricky and Tickles. That's a good one. That is. That's such a good photo. Where are we?
Here we go. All right.
There we go.
They got 34 likes.
Yay.
Not bad. Okay, so Laurel and Hardy of the goalkeepers. Laurel and Hardy of goalkeepers secretly plotted to take over the world by 2022.
Goalkeeper battles. Yeah. STL.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
1951 goal.
Yeah.
Taking over the world.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure thinking about taking over the world by 2022.
Who's who? I think I'm Hardy.
Then I must be Laurel.
Yeah.
Which one's like?
I don't even. I don't.
Do we even know what they look like? I know that they're black and white guys. They're like, and they do comedy together. But what do they look like?
I don't know.
Well, let's just. I'm gonna have to open up a new tab here, and let's Google Laurel and Hardy and figure out. We'll figure out who. We'll figure out who's who. Let's do some images.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
I can understand.
So basically there's a small skinny one and there's a more chubbier but bigger gentleman. I don't know who would be who though, because technically you're bigger than me,
taller. Yeah.
but you're also skinnier than me as well.
I guess
So-
the comical value in those two were very prominent.
Yes.
What was it? 1934. That was.
Wow.
How does that guy know that? But who?
How does he even know who Laurel and Hardy are?
I have a feeling I know who this gentleman is. Who does the memes?
Really?
Yeah, I have a feeling. I
Oh.
have a feeling, but I do not want to.
Because people thought it was you for a little while.
Yeah,
didn't
there
they?
was rumors that I did it, but I'm not smart enough to come up with those things.
That's why I was like, Yatesy is not a technology person.
No.
I'm like Yatesy doesn't know how to do that type of stuff. If he knew how to, I would definitely be like, that's Yatesy.
I can come up with some quirky stuff, but when it comes to working it all out and putting on a post, nah.
Yeah.
I must say, I have given him.
I'll just give everyone a bit of
a few
bit of a snap. But this is the photos that were found of Laurel and Hardy, but we don't know who's who. So
Comment below and tell us who you think.
yeah, comment. Who do you think's Laurel and who do you think's Hardy? Don't know.
Refreshing. Yeah, so, and all in all, it was a great
day.
Great day, great photos taken, great videos.
And I look forward to eventually getting the trophy on the trophy cabinet.
Yes.
Which is above us, which you can't see. It's just out of frame.
What a shame.
I know.
So speaking of more, another exciting things, Tommy, I do believe you signed another contract for next year.
I did. I signed on for the Darnella White Eagles. So Bobby Despo sent me a message, which he was. I think he was happy. He's very cryptic as all, Bobby.
He's a very hard man to read.
Yeah. So look, for me, I was always planning to go back. I never really wanted to go anywhere. Like for me, I felt like Ben got injured. I stepped in. I kept a few clean sheets. I performed well. I made a penalty save, and I assisted the team in getting them to a final.
Yeah.
So I felt like I played a part in that, and for me, that felt like I kept my spot. Almost like I earned the first team spot. I kept it, although through an injury of Ben's, granted. But when the opportunity arose, even if Ben got back in time, I felt like I would have still stayed in goals because I did well. So it's one of them things that, I think I did well, and obviously I've done well enough to, get recognised and earn another contract for the next season. So really happy. And obviously I do know that they have signed a new keeper as well, ex-NPL, Perth Soccer Club. I can't even remember his name now. It's Deej. Dion Angic or something like that.
I can't help you, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, I look forward to working, with him, and also I look forward to the challenge as well. So I obviously know that potentially this is me lost my spot again. Fair enough, all good. I'll take it in my stride. I always do, and then I'll work hard and see what happens.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what you can do.
Yes, you might have lost your spot, but you're still in the contention there.
Correct.
And like we're saying about that mentality, and we've spoken about this many times on our podcast before, but it's you know your job, you know what you need to do.
And I do actually have to thank one person for this in particular, and his name's Terry, Uncle Terry, I call him, from Forey. Uncle Terry.
Yeah.
Old Tell. And he gave me a bit of advice, and the bit of advice he gave me was basically, this was when I first started at Dinella, and I was talking to one of the younger boys, and they're like, are you the first team keeper? And I was like, oh no, I'm just the Resi's keeper. And Terry told me that was the only time that I've actually pissed him off, because he said that you're not a Resi's keeper. He says you're playing reserves. He says, but you're not a Resi's keeper. And if you have that mentality, it says you'll always be a Resi's keeper. But you're a senior keeper. You work with the first team. You play with the first team. You're on the bench for the first team. You're essentially a first team player. You're a senior keeper. You're part of that first team setup. And it was basically like some of the greatest advice. And, even though you might not be that first choice there and then, make yourself available to be. And when the opportunity arises, grab it.
Yeah, well, that's it.
And that's all you can really do. And for me, that was one of the best, best advices I ever gave. And I've never referred to myself as a Resi's keeper ever again. So, yeah, thanks, Uncle Tell. Unfortunately, I don't think he'll be back at Dinella next season. But, it's all good.
I wish him all well and whatever he does. And his new ventures.
For sure. And
I'm pretty sure we'll see him around.
We'll definitely see him at
six-a-side anyway.
Six-a-side Forey. And he's a lovely guy. Absolutely loved working with him, and he was a top class guy. And there was a lot of people that I really enjoyed working with. Including Andy Burns, their Resi's coach. He was really, really nice and very, very technical coach. As well. So I was very happy working with him, and I felt bad, kind of leaving him in the Resis towards the end of the season, unfortunately. But I just had to take that step up to first team, and when I did that, it was a bit brutal to the point where it's kind of like, you're a first team now, you don't get involved with the Resis, don't worry about the Resis. But then again, I was kind of like, it's my team and I've played with them all season, you know what I mean? I felt bad leaving them without a keeper. But it's it's what it is, man. It is what it is.
Well, you both, like, the first team needed a keeper.
Yeah.
And in these days, if the first team needs a keeper, the first team gets a keeper.
Well, realistically,
that's number one, really, isn't it?
That's, in the scale of things, the Resis really doesn't matter. You don't get promotion through Resis. It's a feeder for the first team. That's what it is. It's, you'll perform in the resis to get an opportunity to play first team football. That's what it's there for. So that if there's an opportunity that arises in first team, you can grab it from resis. That's the idea.
That pathway.
Exactly.
Under 21, some teams call them, don't they? Because they're not really the reserves. It's just under 21.
Well, yeah,
or development.
In NPL, there's no reserves, so all they've got is 20s, I think. So they literally just got a 20 squad. So literally, their reserves are built up of 20 or 19, 18-year-olds.
I think you can still play old geezers like me. I think you have maybe 3 over the age of.
So from what I remember anyway, reading, it's something to do with like you can have 2 or 3 overage players, but they have to be within a certain age group over. So like literally, you couldn't play like a 40-year-old or anything like that. You can play between an 18-year-old and a 30-year-old or something. There's an age limit that you can play an overage player. But yeah, I'd have to look at it properly. But no, I've enjoyed my time at Dino. I absolutely love it there. It's definitely different. It's an ethnic club. It's a very cultural club. But the Serbian community, man, that support the club are brilliant. They
pretty much get adopted into that family, don't you?
Exactly.
Everyone there does.
And I haven't experienced that at a club personally. Maybe I've just been with the wrong clubs. I don't know, but I haven't experienced that whole, literally everybody in the whole part of the club welcoming you in, and it's been awesome. So like they welcomed me, and I welcomed to the club. Played relatively well, I think. Trained hard. Learnt the club song in Serbian, so I could sing it after the games.
That's good.
I had like the committee members like laughing, and they were like, "God, you learned the song," and it was So I really enjoyed my time at Dillon, and they look after the players really well. They feed us well.
They do a good feed there.
Yeah, they do amazing. They hire an amazing cook, and we get good Thursday meals for the boys. We train well, and ultimately as a team, we played well last season. And it will be a shame that we'll miss out on a few players that won't come back, unfortunately, due to other commitments and stuff like that. But it's also very interesting to see new players coming in, the dynamic of it all. And it'll be interesting also to see what Bobby and the new head coach Stewie have in plan as well.
I think this year, with you guys and all teams, I think it's going to be a different season. And this is going from NPL all the way to amateur prems. I just think next year, is going to be different. I think 'cause there's people that didn't play last year because of certain reasons. And then they'll play next year and joining new clubs, going back to old clubs. It's going to be exciting, I think. It's going to be definitely some good games, a lot of good content that we can cover.
Yeah, definitely. There's going to be a lot to talk about in the 2021 season, and there's going to be a lot to look forward to. And a very hard pre-season coming up for both you and me.
What are you talking about? I'm fit as a fiddle.
Yeah, I know, right? I've already gained 5 kilos in the off-season. I am not looking good.
Yeah.
But that's what the off-season is for. You have a bit of fun. You can relax a little bit. But, obviously not too much. I think I've relaxed too much.
Yeah, but you'll find you'll slip into it back. What I think it is just a routine.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a routine. I know for me, moving house throws off your routine, but that Tuesday, Thursday, not training, game not Saturday, I'm normally doing trainings in between there, or whatever. It does throw you off, but when you get back into it, it does feel good, and it won't take you long. It'll take you a pre-season, and you'll have to work hard. But I was saying it won't take you long.
Yeah. So that's us done talking about me. Let's talk about you. So what is your movements?
I'm innocent
at the moment.
I didn't do it.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Have you got any plans for Curtin? Have you signed anything yet with Curtin?
I haven't signed anything with Curtin yet.
No.
I will be training there in December.
Okay, so you'll be starting pre-season with them?
Yeah, well, the SDL will be doing the coaching down there.
Okay,
With, I know that Stu will be taking it. correct me if
You lost your coach.
correct. Tim has now gone to, I think, Balcata.
Balcata,
Yeah, the women's MPL. Yeah.
Okay, right.
And good on him. Awesome. I've played under a lot of coaches.
Yep.
And there's two coaches that really resonate with me, and one would be Elvis Bird at Forestville, amateur coach.
Yep.
And the other one, only it was just recently, but Tim. He, very, very good coach, can get a lot out of players. And I know he's done well, and I hope he does really, really well with Balcata. So still like to keep in touch, messages every now and then. So
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's good, and I hope he does well, and all the best to him. So I think our coach got announced last Thursday.
Okay.
Well, was going to get announced. I saw in our group chat, but being that we do the six-a-side, I haven't actually been able to do the trainings on Thursday nights.
Okay, yep.
So so December, that's when the goalkeeping training will start with Curtin. So that's going to be good.
Yeah.
And just keep cruising there.
Goalkeeper preseason is awesome. It's hard work, but it is awesome. Love a good goalkeeper preseason.
So hopefully Stu throws in a few of my favourite little drills and games in there, which would be nice. But
I hate Stu's. Some of Stu's games when he sets them up, and I just go, no, not this. Just because like by the end of it, you're dead.
You know what? I really like the one where we do. You've got the square in the middle,
yeah,
and you got the four corners, and two goalkeepers have to protect that area.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The one that kills me is the jump over the hurdle and the touch. Back in, jump over the hurdle, touch the cone, and he sets up 5 cones and 5 hurdles.
Yeah,
and then at the end of that, you have to make a save.
So I like that. I really like that.
I like it from a technical point of view.
Yeah.
It is brilliant, but I know that we do it like 6 or 8 times, and by the end of it, because I always do it at, like we always do things at 100%. So it's literally up and you're down, touch, and you're sprinting through this quick little jumps, and then especially preseason when you're not your fittest, it absolutely kills you.
So I find that they're hard, but they're not hard. What I find hard is when you get in the goals and you do 6 or 7, like you have to do this and do that and do that and do that.
Yeah.
That hurts, but it's good because it's more...
Yeah,
you can relate to it. But same with the hurdles and the jumping over and the save. It's good too, also to work on your technique too, which is very, very crucial and important.
Yes, we're all about the technique, and we're all about...
Some of us more than others. If Nick, you listen, you know I'm talking about you, mate. I know we've already spoken about what I need to work on.
But look, we're always learning, we're always adapting I do genuinely love a goalkeeper preseason, and the reason for that being is that you get fit doing what you love. And I'm not like, I'll do it if I need to do it. I'll do the runs, the sprints, the shuttle runs, whatever. It's not fun, but if it is what is required of you from your coach, you do it at the end of the day. But for me personally, I would rather get what I like to call like specific fit.
Yeah.
I like to get specific fit for my training, for what I do. I want to do a drill where instead of doing it like maybe once or twice, I do it 10 times and build up that fitness that way. Like take a dive, get up, take another dive, get up, and you're working on 5 things at once as opposed to just fitness. You're working on your technique diving, you're working on your hand-eye coordination, you're working on your fitness, you're working on your flexibility, all these types of things that you can be working on at once as opposed to just doing running.
Well, that's the thing. If you're Olympic swimmer and you're going to train for the Olympics, you're not going to go jump on a bike and ride around the block 20 times, are you?
No.
So, you need to do these things for match day fitness or what you do.
Correct.
So it's got to be game related.
Yeah.
So a goalkeeper doing fitness as a midfielder, yes, it'll be good because you'll be fit, but it's not going to be game specific, is it?
But then again, when I talk about training as well, when you just mentioned match fitness, training fitness and match fitness, I believe that you can only require match fitness through matches.
True.
Because especially for us as a goalkeeper, a lot of that involves the mind and the concentration over a 90-minute period. So you need to basically, because I find that at the beginning of the season, I'm usually a bit rusty with
the
focus, the comms, learning when to switch off a little bit, learning when to switch on a little bit. And then you get into the, and plus usually you're playing with a few new teammates.
Yeah,
you're getting into the feel of it. You're trying to feel out the team. So for me, the match fitness definitely is more mindset and from a technical point as opposed to as a player, it's a bit different. You do need.
So I guess for that match fitness, you obviously playing matches will get you done.
Yeah.
But with that mind stuff, it'll be for me like going for a half an hour run. It's that, okay, I've got to keep my heart rate up this rate, or I've got to do this distance. That focus, and then that kind of brings to the next one we'll talk about, which is six-a-side. What we're doing in our off season
at the moment. Yeah.
Using those games and what you do, just to try and manipulate it like a bit of Play-Doh to how you would create and what you would do. For Saturday. So that brings me to what we're doing now. So Tommy and I both play six-a-side on a Thursday night down at Forestfield United Soccer Club.
Yes.
Very, very well run six-a-side tournament. That's been going for donkey's years.
It's my first year doing it. Absolutely love it. The setup is amazing. There's so many people down there. The only thing I hate is the parking.
So that's why you got to get there early.
Yeah, that's the problem. So if you don't have an early game, you're parking like we had
a big car like mine, and you park anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. So I've got a tiny little Mazda 2. So literally for me, it's like I'm driving around going, where the hell do I park? So I end up parking miles away because I don't have anywhere to park.
I do know that has been brought up in the Shire of Kalamunda, I think they are now. Yeah. But to kind of fix that parking.
They do. They legitimately do. It's
and this even happens on a Sunday or a Saturday. If you go to a Saturday game at Forestfield, I
can imagine it being exactly the same problem, and that's but to be fair, apart from that, like that, the parking aside, it's amazing to see what that's like. The fact that everyone's playing around, having a good fun. After everyone's finished, everyone goes into the clubhouse, everyone grabs a beer, and I can imagine that being such a good money turner as well for Florida. That's a great money turner for them, and I just like the fact that they've got 8 pitches.
So most of them have official Football West referees as well.
Yeah, so we've got proper refs down. We've got lots of pitches out there. You've got young kids. You've got mixed teams. Masters. You've got everybody playing, and everybody's having fun. Love to see it. Love to see people just having fun. And, nobody's taking it too seriously. Everyone's having...
Some are.
Some do, and, whatever. But in the day, obviously, everyone likes a bit of competition.
Yeah.
But, I do love... I haven't had a really bad game yet, where, it's been, a bit too serious, and I'm just going, Because, when I'm in goals for this type of stuff, I just kind of... I'm not yelling at my defense, I'm not. I'm just kind of talking and just be like,
having a bit of fun.
Yeah, having a bit of fun. I'm not yelling or anything like that, like I would in a normal game. I'm not directing people where to be. I'm just kind of, just watch out for your left shoulder, mate. Don't worry, he's running off. Don't worry about him. He's fine. And then when you get a 2-on-1, I'm just kind of sitting there come on, bring it on. Bring it on.
I played 4 games last week.
4 games.
4 games. Yeah. So they go for what? 20
odd minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes each half or something like that.
Something like that.
It's not bad. It's not too long.
That's good. And I've been feeling it. Oh yeah,
you feel it.
I've been filling in for a team. They're called the Forey Boys, and they're the Div 1 team. And
Forey Boys, are they the young crew? Black shirts. We played them last week.
No, they were Div 1. It must be another Forey Boys. Oh no, yes, there's 2 because there's 2 groups.
Is there 2 different Forey Boys?
So everyone wears black and calls themselves Forey Boys in Forest.
Okay.
So these guys are one of the players that plays there is Reece Loxley. He's a state Div 1 player at Forestfield.
Oh, right.
Good bloke. So I'm pretty sure he coaches these kids, and they're about 14, 15, 16, I think.
All right.
But these kids are quality.
It does sound like the guys that we played last week.
Because I think the Div 1 and Div 2, So I think they're actually a squad, and they've grabbed a couple to put in the Div 1 and then a couple to grab.
Okay.
But
because it does sound, because we played them and they were really good. They were young, talented. The problem that they had was that they were just so young. They were so easy to push off the ball.
Yeah.
That was the only downside to it. But like they could run rings around us though.
What I like, not only were they skillful, but the manners and the conduct they had on the pitch. And it's very rare to see, well, in my experience, a young kid that age that has great quality, good football player, has a football brain, but when it comes to his attitude,
there's usually an ego attached to that.
he needs a good thumping.
Yeah.
But the boys are great, and I agree with you, Tommy. I think it's fantastic down there. Played many seasons there, but especially for keepers, it's good. The goals are a bit, definitely shorter. I don't know how long they are. Can't remember how big
they're
they
only
are.
about 3 meters wide. Nothing like an 8 meter.
Nah.
So full size goal.
So they're not too bad, but they also got one pitch which has got a under 8s or under 10s goals there. So it's just a little bit bigger, which is actually a bit more fun.
Yeah, I'd like that.
What we're going to do is hopefully soon is record a couple of games for our YouTube channel.
Yes, we're definitely going to record a few games for you all to watch and see what it's like on the 4E setup as well. It might not be the best quality because of the lights. Unless we're on the main pitch, you might get some good lighting there. But we'll just see how it goes, and we'll see if we can get some content. Yeah, we'll see if we can get some content.
Just so you guys can have a look. It's a good competition and good to share it, and have a bit of fun too. And
it's good to see what we're getting up to in the off season.
Take a bit of Mickey out of each other.
Yeah, having a bit of fun, trying to stay somewhat in shape. Definitely not working for me. But no, it's good to just kind of tick over, so you don't let your skills fully go in the off season. So you still got, you're still getting your little things, and you can actually work on a few little things as well. Like for me, I've been working on my spread. Yeah. So working on that technique, and the sixer side's perfect for that.
Oh, definitely, because that's pretty much, I'd say 80% of what you do.
Yeah. Unless they're shooting from a distance, then you are 90% of the time you will be closing the angle quickly and spreading. And for me, it's not for my legs. It's for me for more on my hands. I tend to forget where to put my hands.
I think you, on some of the videos of because remember we did that training with Michaeli.
Yeah.
Kind of drop low a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was doing that sometimes.
I drop my hands too low and they end up being useless as opposed to getting them nice and out wide and having potentially that to save. So I make that problem, and I know I make that mistake. So you can work on these little things through the off season as well. And that's what people forget as well. They go, season's done, Yeah, the season's done, but there's still work to be done. Yeah.
Well, so I use mine for more like finding passes and finding feet.
Yes, sixer side's great for that as well.
Small pitch.
Yeah, work on your feet.
Spaces.
Work on your feet. Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of working on feet, though, Tommy, I didn't tell you this, but so last Tuesday, I filled in for Curtin have a summer league down. At Curtin, obviously.
Oh yeah,
okay. And they're I think they're the social lads. I can't remember. I know they're social. I'm not sure what whereabouts in the social status league they are.
They're socials, but I'm not sure what their social status is.
Yeah, if they're social,
if they're married or it's complicated. Do
not want to disclose. And they have 2 goalkeepers. I filled in for him, and the other guy, Hugh.
Yeah.
He trains with us also, the goalkeeper, training on Tuesdays with Nick.
Okay.
And we decided that we're going to have a half in goals each. So the first half,
loves it.
He played right wing. He did pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I went in goals, and in the second half, I went on right wing.
Did you keep a clean sheet for your first half?
No.
Spewing.
I gave away a penalty, which was not a penalty.
Oh yeah, I did that on Wednesday last week. Yeah.
And the other one was just a scramble goal, and it is what it is. But I think I got the ball maybe about 5 or 6 times. Some good slide tackles, some good touches. Like the
did you get any goals?
Over.
Goals?
No, I should have had a shot, but I was unselfish and squared it across, and had 3 guys running in, and they didn't get it. But it was really, really good to actually go and have a run, and that's something where for fitness wise, playing on the wing, all you do is run.
Yeah.
And it's good using that
I loved it.
as fitness and as with the touch as well.
You realise how not outfield fit you are. Yeah, because I did that. I did that last week at Forey, and I spent the last 5-10 minutes outfield, and I scraped a goal. I was so happy.
Yeah.
I haven't scored a goal in years. And yeah, I was huffing and puffing very quickly. I came out the gate steamrolling though. I was like putting pressure on, and then these guys were like, "Oh crap, he's bringing a bit of energy," and then they realised that energy went away
very quickly.
Very quickly,
fizzled out like a dynamite stick.
Yeah, exactly. It was like a short fuse, and then all of a sudden it was like bam, and then I was like gasping for air, and I was just jogging everywhere. Look, it's all good fun though. It's all about having fun, and enjoy it.
That's all. And if you can do it and have fun, keep fit, keep active for before preseason, I think that's a very crucial thing to do.
Yes,
very important.
100% agree with you there, mate. 100%. It's the hardest thing to do, I think, in the off season is to kind of keep yourself fit, but you also want to have a break as well. You know, you don't want to chew yourself too much in the off season, because when it comes to your proper preseason, you know, by the end of that, and the season starts, you'll be burnt out and you'll be over it by then. So you need to. It's a fine line.
I think mentally and physically, you need to have a bit of a break.
Correct.
And look, that might be 1 week. That might be 1 week you don't go to the gym or don't go for a run or something. But just having that 1 week or 2 weeks with the family and friends, just relax, chill, and then you go from there.
For sure. For sure. I 100% agree with you, mate. And everyone's different with it. Everyone's different. Everyone's got different lives. Obviously, if you've got families and stuff, you know, a lot going on potentially. You know, it's one of them things.
Right.
Is that us done for the day?
That is done for the wind up for the bit. Like we were saying before, we'll try and do a few more YouTube channels over the coming months. What's left of this year, which is slowly ticking away.
Yeah, well, it's crazy. You know, we're already in. Is it late November?
24th of November it is tomorrow. I'm pretty sure.
Wow. We're in the later turns of this year, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this season as well, as much as we have, we'll definitely get a few more podcasts out before the end of the year, and we've also got a few other things that we're working on as well, which will hopefully bit of fun stuff. We're working on a few of them things, so we'll get some stuff out on the Inside Six Yarns YouTube channel as well. If you want to go check that out, the link is in the description below. But I've been Tommy Gun.
That'll make me Yatesy.
And this has been Inside Six Yarns, guys. Take care, stay safe, and as always, have a great time.